Hey guys! Okay, so today's video is going to be pretty fun. I'm just going to be listing off, I think, around 10 ways that Germany has changed me. Like things I do now and say now or whatever that I would never have before I lived in Germany. So yeah, if you're interested in that, keep watching. Also, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Neva, I'm 25 years old, and I currently live in Germany with my German husband and our cat Blue. And yeah, I post all different kinds of videos. Some of them are about living in Germany, and some of them are just random other stuff I feel like making videos about. So yeah, if you want to check any of that out, check out my other videos. And yeah, with that all said, let's get straight into the first way that Germany has changed me. Alright, so first up is counting with my thumb. Now what I mean when I say this is usually in the States, if we're counting, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in Germany, and now what I realize that I do now is I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm counting with 1 with my thumb instead of 1 with my finger. Now I never did this before I lived here, but now I suddenly catch myself doing this all of the time. It's not like a big deal or anything, it's just one of those little fun random things. I actually don't know why this is or if there's a reason or where it comes from, so if you know why in Germany we count with the thumb first and why in America with the first finger, we even call it the first finger, no, the pointer finger. I don't remember. Okay, anyway, if you know, comment below and let everybody know. Okay, so the next one is like multiple things sort of that I put into one, which is using kilometers instead of miles, using centimeters and meters instead of inches and feet, and using Fahrenheit and Celsius, you know, all of these kind of things. I'm sure there's other ones that honestly I'm forgetting about right now, but these are the things that are different here and literally everywhere except for the United States. In the US we have a bunch of different weird, ridiculous systems that we use that no one else in the world uses. So now that I'm living in Germany, I've had to get used to using all these different types of terms, and honestly I still struggle with it sometimes. I think it sort of depends on what I'm doing more, so obviously not obviously, but now I understand much easier Celsius as opposed to kilometers because I'm not driving here, so I'm never being around how many kilometers, like how fast I'm going or whatever, as opposed to the fact that I check the weather every day. So yeah. Alright, so this is another funny one. In the States, everybody has a washer and a dryer. Like, okay, maybe not everyone, but it's very, very normal to have a washing machine and a dryer. And in Germany, of course, there are plenty of people who have a washer and a dryer, but it is very, very, very common here to not have a dryer at all and to just hang dry your clothes. I had never hung dry my hung dry? I had never hung my clothes dry? What's wrong with me? Anyway, I never hung up my clothes in order to dry them because I always had a dryer when I was living with my parents, and even afterwards in the other places I lived, I always had a dryer, or when I didn't, we would go to the laundromat and dry our clothes there. So yeah, it was only when I came to Germany that I actually ended up drying my clothes by hanging them up on a rack, and a lot of people do that here. It's very normal, and yeah, just a kind of random fun fact. Okay, the next one I just thought of is actually sort of one that falls into the different terms for different things category that I made earlier, which is using what Americans call military time. Now, in the United States, we have AM and PM, so we have all of the same numbers, but just with an AM or a PM, depending on whether it's day or night. In Germany, we don't have an AM or PM, we use what Americans call military time, which to us and to most people in the world just is like normal time, and essentially it goes from like 0 all the way up to 24 hours. So essentially the way the system works is it's just that there aren't 2 chunks of 12 hours, it's just 24 hours straight, like with the number continually getting higher. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but you can just Google it if you want to understand. But yes, now that I'm living here for a little while, I'm completely used to using military time, and yeah, it's much more normal for me to even think like in terms of these different numbers like I wouldn't before. Like I never would use AM or PM or something. I would use the time that we use in Germany. So that was ridiculously confusing, but anyway. Okay, so I've actually talked about this in a couple of other videos, but when you're at the grocery store, they're going to scan your groceries very fast. It's not like in the States where it's slow and they give you time to pack, or they pack your bags for you, or whatever it is in the United States. It's not like that. It's very, very fast. And I think the whole idea is that you're supposed to just like put everything into your cart and then take your cart away like to your car and then load up your car like that. But I don't do that. I do what I see many other people doing, which is you get all your bags out and then you just put everything as fast as you possibly can, which makes me insane a little bit. But yeah, so I have gotten very, very good at packing my own grocery bags. I load them up onto the like conveyor belt thing in the order of how I want to pack them. So I put all the heavy stuff at the front, so they go into the bags first and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway, super speedy grocery time powers superhero. Moving on. Okay, next thing up is going to the bakery. Now, this is something that I never really did in the States. Like, my parents would definitely buy us bread sometimes when we were younger, but usually in the States when you buy bread, you're just buying one of those like bread loaves that come in a plastic bag from the aisle where the bread is, and you don't usually like go to the bakery and make a big thing of buying bread. Of course, plenty of people do, but it's not like so normalized. And in Germany, it's just really, really normal to buy bread and to have bread at home all the time and to eat bread like as main meals or big parts of your meals, and I don't know, whatever. Bread is just a big freaking deal here, okay? So now bread is a big deal to me. I'm a bread person now, what can I say? Alright, the next thing that I have is always having cash. Now, this is something that's kind of weird, especially if you're coming from the States, because America, at least the big cities, are really, really like card, pay with your phone, pay with your card heavy, you know, just like the touch thing where you don't have to like really feel like you're paying any money at all. Anyway, that is just not really a thing here. People really pay with cash, and a lot of stores will not even accept card at all, like, or unless you're hitting 10 euros, they won't accept card, even restaurants and stuff. I think this is just one of those things where Germany is kind of behind, and I'm not really sure why this is or why more places don't start accepting with card. If you know, comment down below and let me know. But yeah, I always have cash on me because you just never know if you're not going to be able to buy something with your card. And the next thing on my list is that I have gotten to be excellent at running to catch my train. Yes, I'm being honestly serious about this. The German train system, while incredibly helpful and honestly really, really good quality, it is unbearably unreliable. I cannot say this enough times, but you should just assume that there's like a pretty good possibility that your train just won't come, or it'll be like 20-30 minutes late or something, or it'll leave 10 minutes early. Like, it is just bizarre the amount of problems that will come from the train system in Germany. It's just weird because it is such a good system and just also so flawed. So anyway, I can think of just a lot of times where Ben will just be like, the train is coming in 2 minutes and we gotta run, and we're just running through the train station and it's like at full speed and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm good at running for trains now. Alright you guys, that is all I have for you today for weird ways that Germany has changed me. Most of them are honestly like for the better. I really think that Germany is a pretty cool country and it has changed me and made me better, I think. I mean, maybe not a lot, but at least in some small ways. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you would like to support me and support my channel, hit that subscribe button, but if you don't want to, I will not hold it against you. Und für alle meine deutsche Freunde, hi, hallo, ich spreche jetzt Deutsch, oh my god. Ich würde dann eine andere Video auf Deutsch machen, aber ich brauche ein bisschen Zeit, weil das ist ein bisschen intens für mich, weil ich fühle immer wirklich nervös, wenn ich muss Deutsch sprechen. Aber ja, bleib da und hoffentlich in die nächste Video oder nächste... The church bells are ringing, okay? Anyway, guys, I am just saying that I'm going to be probably making another video in German with church bells, and now my cat is making noise, so I'm just gonna end this video here. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.